Hello. As always, I'm running very late. I'm also testing something today because you might notice the cable coming out of my Xbox controller is suddenly white. I'm testing if I can run it off a phone charger. Holy cow, I can! Hey! No wheel today though, because basically I was running so late that it would have taken me far too long to set the wheel up. That's really cool, I didn't know I could do this. Whereas the wheel, it's under my desk, I was running so late that it would have taken me too long to set the wheel up. Hey Irish, it has been a while indeed. That's actually really convenient that I can do this. Hey Bryn. So, I'm only going until 7, so this is going to be a reasonably short stream, annoyingly. You have a TV just for your wheel? I'm only going to go until 7, because Landy's going to go live today as well, no doubt. So this is going to be a relatively short stream by my standards. As things with me, hectic. You got Sky Q today, very nice. Has my GPS been updated? I've updated it to fix... Well, I haven't updated it today, I updated it last night, and I did message Wobster after recording. The problem was exactly what I thought. It was that I had zero dead zone set, and my wheel tends to have a bit of jitter around top dead center. With a dead zone set of 2%, it fixed it. So I'm not sure what Wobster's gonna do, but I had a chat with him last night about it all, and yeah, we diagnosed the problem fairly quick. You know, I had it diagnosed straight away, and just kind of letting him know that, hey, there's an issue here. He even wanted to, like, insert or make a new version with a data logger, and I just said, no, you don't need to. I can tell you the raw data my wheel gives off. Because of all the racing games what I play. So we're doing multiple jobs today. We do have multiple jobs planned. Liam, hello. Nathan, hello. In general, it's working. For now, yeah. I can make it work, is the thing. Hello, Evil Knievel. What's the button for that? Is he getting better? No, oddly enough, he's not. He's getting slightly concerned by the fact that he's not getting all that much better, but the illness he has, it does take a while to get gone. So like I said, we're doing multiple jobs today, including harvesting, including planting the poplars. I hope to get some spraying done. I want to try and get the field mode as well. Because it is all a DLC prep right now, for Tuesday. That's everything I'm doing is just preparing for the DLC to drop on Tuesday. And the sooner I get it done, the sooner I can You like the new game, Satisfactory? It is really good. I have played probably about 4 or 5 hours into the campaign on my off-camera save. I'm hoping to play a bit more tonight, actually. And I have a pre-order too, Sim. I'm looking forward to getting the DLC. Well, I say pre-ordered. I know when I'm getting the DLC, I'll put it that way. Is the tractor quiet? Yes! They fixed the doits! It's now audible. It's now, like, not deafening. Can I play more Satisfactory? I plan to. Whether it's on camera or not, I plan to play more of it because it is addictive as hell. How much is the DLC? It's about €10, I think. If you go down to... There's a link in the description. Or it should be, to buy the DLC. In fact, I'll just throw the DLC shell in here. The Satisfactory out. It's in, I think, Early Access is where it is right now. If you are a fan of Factorio, which you might remember I had on the channel a while back, you will love Satisfactory. It is Factorio, but in 3D. Can I play more of the new game? I plan to. It's going to be the second series that I do. Which can pre-order the new DLC on Steam. If you pre-order from Giants, it will work with the Steam edition of the game. So, pre-ordering from the link that I just put in will, number one, make sure you get the DLC on Tuesday at the exact time that it comes out, which you can't guarantee on Steam. And it'll give Giants an extra 30%, because Steam takes 30% of all income from stuff sold on Steam. And in the interest of full disclosure, I do get a small kickback from people using that link. Can you pre-order on console? No. If you have the Season Pass on console, you'll get the DLC. So I thoroughly recommend you get the Season Pass, Irish. It's my new game on PS4. I think it's only on PC, Paul. Like, it is brand new. I can see it going to PS4, though. Like, the way that it works, it does seem to be very console-friendly. Yes, we are Barbados. St. Kitts and Nevis. Outer Mongolia. The former Yugoslav Republic of Macedonia. Oh no, it's just now called North Macedonia, isn't it? In chat. Looks like a great strategy game. I don't know if I'd call it a strategy game. It's kind of an open world construction exploration game. It's... I would argue it's like part of the legacy of Minecraft. I would argue that Satisfactory, that like the ideas behind it are kind of from Minecraft, from Tekkit, which is what Landy's comparing it to, because he hasn't played Factorio. It looks good. It is very good, dude. It is really a cool game. Like, if you're into Minecrafty things, but not into Minecraft, or into Factorio, but kind of bored of Factorio, and you want something new, Satisfactory is really good. And, like, that was just the first half hour of real gameplay of a game. There is so much more, including endless hours of optimizing and rerouting. I know who you are, Massey, don't worry. Just don't know what to call you now. Ark runs on consoles, should be... Yeah, I mean, if Ark can run on consoles, pretty much anything can. Hey, DMF. If I've got destruction on you, I might have to leave a gap in the middle of the field to get the tractor pulling the bait around the field. I'm hoping that if somebody could look at like the fact sheets. I'm assuming fact sheets for the beta are out. Do we know what horsepower requirement the beta has? Hey, Stu. I want to go back to something that happened yesterday in Jag's insane super chat, because I actually did some minor analysis on it last night. I was looking at my analytics, and it actually worked out as ever so slightly. I think it was just slightly more before YouTube's cut than I made last month, and almost treble what I've made this month. In fact, I think it was more than treble what I've made so far this month. Just if ever you wanted to know what a super chat like that means, like to me on an income level, it is insane. Just turn from left to right. Yeah, you can presumably run it directly behind as well. 200 horsepower. And this Deutz has 143. Right, so I basically have to lease something that has 200 horse, but can take narrow tires, so that I don't ruin everything. Hey Nathan, how are we? We are good today. How are you? Continuing and finishing the prep work for the DLC. Hopefully, I will most likely need to do some off camera. Just so that we can move on to do different things, like on, you know, on Sunday or whenever. And Monday if I decide to stream some farm sim. Okay, so Optum with dual narrows. That is an option. That is definitely an option. Basically anything that has 200 horse and can take narrows will be an option. Because the issue with both the Class and the John Deere is neither of them can take care wheels or narrow tires. This is my second pallet. Yes! This is the second pallet of poplars. I might need to get a third pallet, but I'm hoping I won't. Hello Dylan, how are you doing today? Operation was actually the one that I accidentally hired here. I'm doing good. Things have been a bit hectic today because I woke up late. Other than that, good. When the greenhouses dropped, they dropped yesterday, and I actually have them. Should have them activated in this save. I'm guessing they'll be in MISC. Yes, we do have greenhouses and bee houses active. So once I get 25 grand, I will be buying a couple of a greenhouse. Simply because that's going to be a better use for manure in terms of financial income than fertilizing crops. On balance, I believe it's going to be a better income than a partially fertilized field. A few mods dropped today as well. I had a look and there wasn't anything that interested me today, but yeah, there were a couple of mods that came out today. Giants are really kind of on top of things with the mob drops at the moment. Like, they are really going good. And as I spotted somebody saying, I'm gonna say it here because I believe it as well. Somebody in Giants Discord said today, I saw it just before the stream, I don't get why so many people are so vitriolic about the game and so angry about the game and spew so much hate on like Giants forums and everywhere. It's like, if I don't like a game, and there's plenty of games that I don't like, I don't go out of my way to insult the game. I just don't play it and don't really deal with it. Still looking to hire more testers. I think Giants will always be looking to hire more testers. The more QA a game has, the less likely it is to have the issues that FS19 had on release. What they'll find is once they hire more QAs, they'll need more devs as well. Patch 1.3 did a really good job in fixing issues, yeah. How many times do the poppers grow when you cut them? I don't know. I would presume it's infinite, because the game surely won't remember that, oh hey, you've had poppers in this field for like 6 harvests now, you should probably like not have any more. What are the new mods? Was it a Metris bale trailer and a placeable silo today? Yeah, useful feedback is much better than spitting random nonsense. It's always helpful when somebody's, like, if you're giving feedback and something's broken, and I did this with Webster last night, so yeah, I said, hey yo dude, there's issues. Here's the exact issue. I turn on GPS, it insta turns off. I'm using a G27. Okay. He told me to check my log, or the console, because it's easier, and make sure that GPS was registering true when I turned it on. So I did that, and it registered true, but instantly turned off without registering active false. With 0% dead zone. He then, when I came to him initially, he said to try 2%, so I tried 2% then, and it worked perfectly. So the issues with the 0 dead zone limited jitter, which I explained to him that, like, because the wheel's old and because it's gear driven, there is going to be kind of naturally a bit of jitter around top dead center once they get a bit older. And the pots aren't as sensitive as they used to be, or they start going, so, you know, if you can explain something perfectly fully to somebody, it is much better feedback than just saying, it's broken. There are still issues like the missing windows and vehicles in the game. Yeah. Hey, Jag. It's going good. I worked it out yesterday, by the way, Jag, last night. You, yesterday, donated more money than I made last month. With that super chat, with that one super chat. And multiple times what I've made so far this month. A quite large multiple of what I've made so far this month, because this month has not been a good month for the channel financially. Not had the cotton. I've not had the cotton bale issues either. Placement size was a 450,000 capacity. Very nice. Hey, Skull Team. How am I? I'm doing good. How are you? You have no idea how much you helped, because you may yesterday, Jag, have pushed me over the top in terms of being able to upgrade my GPU and increase quality in videos and push farms into its limits again. So that might well, I haven't done the maths, that might have done something amazing. What I play on PC. I'm using the Xbox controller today though because I was in a rush to get the stream started. Where is the DLC dropping? Do you mean when? Tuesday it's coming out. It'll be on Steam Tuesday, on Giants Direct Download Tuesday. It'll actually be like 11 PM Monday night in the UK when it drops on Giants' website. PS4 and Xbox One I think are also getting out on Tuesday, but they might be weird times. Steam might be a weird time as well. So if you want to make sure that you got it as early as you possibly can, your best bet is for me to hit this button. Your best bet is the link that Nightbot or that I should be putting in chat. Is that nice, Nightbot? You have a PS4 steering wheel that you play with. Very nice. Did that button work? There it goes. Yeah, best bet is to pre-order direct from Giants. Pre-orders will be open until the game, or until the DLC releases, in which point they'll just become orders and straight up purchases. I feel like we're doing well with the poplar seating. I know that we don't have perfect spaces in between our rows here, but they are at least relatively straight and mostly neat. I am going to need to buy a third pallet though. That is slightly inconvenient. Something like the stream. Well, thank you very much, Skull Team. If you're enjoying, by the way, looking forward to the DLC, or just plain enjoying listening to me nattering on and drinking coffee, you can hit that like button. We're on 23 likes with 57 people watching. Let's try and get up to about 50 likes. You must get popular planting as well. Yeah, I thoroughly recommend Field 23 on Marwell. I think it's a perfect size. Because it's the smallest field on the map. Maybe Field 14 is slightly smaller, but it's one of the two smallest fields. So if you end up not liking the bio baler, then you can... You're not losing like a huge field, like Daggerman would be with Field 15, or like Landy would be with Field 9. Where's Field 9? Where is Field 9? I'm seeing Field 8, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. Oh, there's Field 9. 9 isn't... Oh, 9 isn't huge either. Might plant a few rows down by the lake. It's not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea at all. We are going to need another pallet. On PC, what car truck mods do I get? Do I get? None. They're all terrible, in my eyes. But you can get pretty much any car and truck mods on PC, depending on where you go. Hey, Oxy. I'm one of these really picky guys who only wants the highest quality in modding goodness. So... yeah, I'll not use most mods. Yep, I'm gonna need another pallet of poplar saplings. You're gonna go... I'm only going until the end of this hour. Top of this hour I'm finishing up. Oh god, this thing does not like... this thing does not like fields. Ain't nothing wrong with being a nerd. Especially if you're a nerd that owns a Supra. Because, oh my god, our Supra's delicious looking cars. Oop! This isn't the way I want to go. E3 is June 11th to 14th. And FarmCon's July 27-29. I'm looking forward to E3. Just because... back on the road next week. Ooh! It's coming out of its hibernation, I take it. I'm looking forward to E3 just for the Devolver Digital Conference. I'm gonna be honest, that's gonna be my highlight. I can tell you now. Because I've really kind of gone away from AAA gaming. I'm a hipster gamer. I like my indies and I like my simulators. Crowdsource rules apply to streams. In theory, yes, but I rarely actually apply them. Well, on the bright side of this, is it Sony or Microsoft aren't going? Because one of the... I think it's Microsoft always have the exclusive world premiere. Exclusive. World premiere. 380 brake. Nice. Oh no. This is why I prefer the wheel. This is what you get for being impatient. He honked at me, he deserved it. Martin, Landy, where Landy lives is like just down the road from Oxy, and they've never met up. Despite Landy asking repeatedly and literally offering Oxy a microphone. I always get on with the locals. I have no idea what you mean by I don't get on with the locals. Deal with it. Deal with it. Now you understand, yeah. You have a phobia about microphones now. This is true, Yanis. Yeah, I hate how aggressive the AI are with the horns. Ooh, 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 I can do an AI thing. I'm being an AI. That is the combine has stopped for quite a while, hasn't it? I like the fact that, you know, the AI cars do honk now. Like, that's cool. That is genuinely cool. They're a bit too aggressive, though. They're a bit too honk happy. You. What steering sensitivity am I running? I'm running Xbox controller today. So it's whatever the default is for Xbox controller. Which apparently allows me to drift the Deutz. Woo! I didn't know I could do that. Looks bugged out. Probably is. I think I might need to reinstall my game. I think I need to run a I can set it in the menu. Yeah, I mean, yeah, but that's too easy. Option settings. Oh, they fixed the steering sensitivity thing? Let's just make it 100%. Oh, that's much better. 200, yeah, 200 was a bit excessive, maybe. Yeah, that wasn't working in the beta. Yeah, it does. That's why I was ignoring that as an option. It didn't work in the beta. There we go. Downside is I now can't drift the Deutz. Which I'm not sure if I like the fact that I now can't drift the Deutz. On the bright side, we're nearly done with this field, which means that we're about halfway with DLC prep, and I really want to get it all done today, so I'll probably do some mowing and stuff off camera. Hayden. That thing we were talking about last night, probably... I was just about to say, I'm probably not going to be able to do it today due to needing to finish DLC prep. And like needing to record a video still. I'm only going to record a farm sim video because I do want to get the DLC prep done today just so that it's done. I have to do is fertilize the poplars. I also want to get field 15 mowed, road and baled because I'm going to be... I want to use that when the DLC comes out. I want to use the bale noodler. Getting to go live the DLC tomorrow. No, tomorrow's Flight Sim Friday. Like, the reason that I want to get everything done today is because realistically between now and Tuesday, the only time that I'll have to do prep work on stream will be Sunday. Because if you think I've got a Flight Sim tomorrow, I've got multiplayer Saturday, Monday I'll probably do more Flight Sim, so that leaves Sunday as the only day where I will have 2 hours to do prep work, and the prep work that I need will take longer than 2 hours. So it's easier to do it now, today, and just have it done so I don't need to worry about it over the weekend. Hey Damien. Fabio, hello. How are you doing today? Surprised Faye's not here, but like he knows that DLC prep means planting poplars. Like he knows this for a fact that poplars are involved at the moment, and everybody's doing poplars. So he gets to see the rare Dave actually doing poplars. I'm doing good, Fabio. Thank you very much for asking. You might be lurking. True. True. You might be working, is probably more likely. Hey Sylvan, how are you doing today, dude? We are very nearly done. Wow, we've almost used the third pallet. Well, we've got a third of the third pallet gone. Can you join sometime playing farming? Yeah, on Saturdays I'll be doing multiplayer. That is completely open and public. I'm gonna just turn off the lines on guidance steering because I don't need them. Rainbow Dave learns to flip, learns to think Rainbow Dave. I'm not sure what that means, Stu. By the way, I think the canola is now fully harvested, which is good, for sure. Means less faffery is required in the generic, normal farming stuff. I do actually need to reinstall Courseplay still. I said that I'd do that last night. I haven't done it yet. Because if you didn't see today's video, Courseplay is broken. Did Follow Me fail? I'm presuming so. It's off the list and it's not out, so I'm presuming it failed on something. Which is surprising because Decker's usually pretty damn good at getting stuff working first time out. What do you think of update 1.3? It's an update to the game. I like it. Bad convert. Yeah, unless it wasn't actually by Decker. Unless it was somebody trying to upload a convert. Which is extremely possible. Do we even know if that was a version by Decker? Because it might have been by somebody else, and Giants just went to Decker and said, does this guy have your permission to do this? Hey, Adam. How you doing today, dude? Decker said okay, so it was by Decker. And it did fail. That's good to know. I don't know if it is good to know, but it's good to know. Ooh. Field 23 is done. Something really simple to fix. It usually is when there's a fail like that. It is usually something that's relatively easy to fix. What map were you talking about? Follow Me, which isn't a map. What type of processor would you recommend? Intel or AMD? Well, Yanis said, if you want super budget, go AMD. If you want power, go Intel. Same kind of goes for graphics cards. Nvidia graphics cards tend to be slightly more powerful, but more expensive. AMD tends to be a bit more budget and slightly less powerful. Generalizing before Yanis jumps down my throat for that. It's generally true that AMD tends to have slightly less power all around, but slightly more like financial lowness. You're doing when the stream started. You've just missed me finishing the poplars. At least planting them. Field 18 isn't, or haha. You are not finished at all, good sir. Also, you dropped your lines. I didn't know that was a thing that could happen. You're not finished at all. Continue. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to grab just the rear sprayer here. Because I don't have a front hydraulic on the Deutz. And we are going to fill it, because that's going to be number 1. And we're going to spray field 23. Hello, Andy Rooster. Well, I hope I pronounced your name correctly. Because it could be Andy Roast. Andy Roast. I was put in a hedge 20 years ago and I roast away. Do I have the new DLC already? Nope. Don't have it yet. All I'll say is the plans of the weekend are subject to change. The GPU's AMD needs a good bit more powerful and yeah. AMD are a bit more voltage hungry than Nvidia when it comes to GPUs. Landy and VF streaming today. Landy is, I don't know when VF usually streams, to be very honest. How do you set up GPS? With surprising ease. You just set an A point and a B point, and the B point has to be at minimum 15 meters away, and it'll just generate your lines from that. There's no more generate straight lines from here based on the way you're pointing it. It is literally you generate your course based on where you've driven. I don't know if curved ABs are in yet. Which I know is something Wopster wants to do. But yeah, it's based on a real GPS, so it's an AB line based GPS. I've just realized that the faster way is... I'm better off going this way. Okay, maybe not that exact way, but this way in general. To get to field 23. We're on 31 likes with 47 watching. Let's see if we can get to 50. Let's see if we can get up to 50 likes. So GPS, like, I can't remember the key combos because I've got it all bound up to my mouse using macro keys because it's easier. And I've got a mouse that has 12 macro keys for some reason. I don't know why they felt they needed 12 macro keys, but it's got 12 macro keys. So I just use my mouse to... BF is not streaming today, but Landy is. Yeah, Landy's gonna be live in like half an hour. Alt E to set, Alt X to apply. Or for me, macro button 1 and macro button 7. Macro button... It probably is, actually. Didn't think of that. The macro keys would probably be really good for strategy games. Let's just close the gate. It almost said door. It's a gate, Dave. It's got all the properties of a gate, but it also has all the properties of a door in the open and closed. Yes, but that doesn't make it any less of a gate. So we are, in theory, fertilizing the poplars now. I hope. We do seem to be. I'm going to kind of intentionally over-fertilize here just because I can't see very well what's been fertilized and what hasn't, because these lines are quite thin and my eyesight is quite bad. Also, I want to guarantee that everything is fertilized. Have I got this bit up here? I can't tell. Apparently not, so I'm really glad that I decided to reverse up here a bit. In Dave, question, which is best model greenhouses or Stevie greenhouses? For me, model greenhouses. But if you prefer the way Stevie's done them, then Stevie's. It's personal preference. Hey, Lewis! If you prefer the way Stevie's done his greenhouses, then they're the ones for you. If you prefer the bog standard Giants way, then Giants ones. I don't know if Stevie's done his any differently, but I mean, if they're mostly the same, just toss a coin, I guess. CD, hello. It's Farmer Andy's greenhouses as well. Yeah, greenhouses, there's a lot of them. I genuinely don't know what's fertilized and what's not here. Like, I'm taking a guess, and I'm hoping I'm right. Look at my map. That's honestly not much more helpful. The problem is that the cultivated areas have been fertilized to stage 1. Or I think stage 2. They're still wet from fertilized to stage 1, so it doesn't matter what I'm doing here, it'll still show up as like little dots on the map. So it doesn't make it any easier for me to figure out what is fertilized and what is not. Especially seeing as the fertilized and non-fertilized colors for seeded are very, very similar. Especially when next to the darker cultivated texture. Reading up on seasons and nurture, etc. Can't go in the mod-up greenhouses. I don't think that makes much of a difference. I don't think that's all that big a deal, personally. It might be for some of them, some people, but for me it's not a big deal. I don't really want to go into them. I just want them to work. So, the mod-up ones are fine. Fertilize them again when the next growth stage, I'm not sure. I might do that actually, that's not a bad idea. It's not a terrible idea at all, Paul. So next job on the agenda, now that we have Field 23 fully set up, I'm gonna say it's fully set up now, is to... you're watching on 2 devices on 2 channels. Cool, I guess, Hayden? We need to do the mowing and try and get that as done as possible, so there's a little off-camera work for me to do as possible, and probably tomorrow's video is going to be me mowing and dealing with that sort of stuff. You can sit in here, and I want to make sure that the combine is actually finished. The god dang it, combine! I'm just going to ignore the combine. Oh yes, you have thingy still on. So I'm not going to use GPS for this because I forgot to save the track from yesterday's stream. Hey, quick! Forgot to save the track from yesterday's stream, so we're just going to kind of do this as quickly as I can. And hopefully we'll get really close to being done with the mowing today. Or for the remainder of the stream, basically. How am I? I'm good. How are you? Pretty bad. Why are you pretty bad, Quick? Did GE corrupt your map? It's always a risky run with GE. Or did it crash and not save? Save early, save often. If you're doing anything to do with mapping or even coding, just because things can break and crash and ruin hours of work. See you, Fabio. If you're enjoying the stream, guys, you can hit the like button and feel free to subscribe if you want to see more from me. We're unfortunately running a quite short stream today. Because I woke up, I got out of bed too late. And I had to run over to the shop to get some stuff, and everything just held me up today, annoyingly. Did I hear? Yes, the Google Stadia, whatever it's called, that looks terrible. It's gonna be a massive flop. Because it requires a minimum 25 megabits per second download speed. Which, like, more than half of the US doesn't have. The average speed in the US is under 25 megabits per second. I've just gone through 100 hectares harvested, apparently. We just got the humongous harvest achievement. Your granddad's been diagnosed with lung and pancreatic cancer, so not feeling good. That's not good. My sister's had to cancel a holiday to Cancun later this year with a friend because her friend's dad isn't very healthy at all. Which sucks because I'm sure she was looking forward to Cancun. You're 125 down, 50 up. I'm on 50 down, 20 up. Incurable. That sucks. That really sucks quick. Hopefully one of these days we will find cures. Or, to be more exact, because, this might sound terrible, but it's true. People know the cure for cancer. People know what the cure is going to be. Like, it's that... It's a really quite simple idea if you know the science behind it. The problem is getting it to actually bloody work. Because how to treat cancer would be to genetically engineer a virus to specifically attack and kill cancer cells. The problem is it's very difficult to genetically engineer a virus to begin with. And it's even more difficult to specifically target cancer cells. Which is why the cure is known, but it's not been... You know, it's not out there in the wild, shall we say. British Airways 74 came from Dublin, landed in Heathrow. It's on Big Jet TV. Why did they land in Dublin? There's no money in curing people. See, the thing is, if they were able to cure it, they could probably make more money on, like, giving the medication for much smaller illnesses. Also, the genetically engineered viruses would be quite expensive to make, so that would be a rather expensive treatment. The British Airways paint shop is in Dublin. I thought it was in Shannon. I need to watch this Big Jet TV 747 in Dublin Airport. Actually, it can't be in Dublin, Hayden, because where do they paint the A380s? Because those literally can't land in Dublin, even empty. I know that they did some special paints in Shannon before. In fact, I think one of the other special 74s was painted in Shannon. They painted the A380s in Hamburg. There is a paint shop in Shannon that is also used by British Airways. Among other airlines, but they do have, like, there is one in Shannon that's used. And I think that's what they use for the other 74 that's, in the retro livery. Well, I'm gonna have to watch Big Jet TV to see a 747 in Dublin for the first time in like 20 years since Aer Lingus got rid of theirs. Gonna make another 20 small to medium fields tomorrow, tonight and tomorrow. Don't forget to give them definitions. Quick. Because field defs are still used for mission generation, so giving fields definitions is probably a good idea. You won't see it taking off, only landing. That's still pretty cool. 36 likes, 1 dislike. Huh. The 1 dislike is Wobster, because I'm not using GPS. You're gonna be doing that in the end. You're actually better off doing it now, quick, because it's so boring. You don't want to be doing it all in one huge lump. Like, it is such a dull job. And then if something does go wrong, you just need to tweak the defs when it's being tested. That said, it's not as easy to test field defs as it used to be. In fact, I'm not entirely sure how you'd go about testing them now. I guess try and generate contracts on all the fields? Oh, nothing? Try and generate contracts on everything? See how the contracts do? But I am aware, by the way, this is not the, you know, most fast-moving, exciting stuff in the world that I'm doing today. You know, planting poplars and fertilizing the poplars and doing some mowing. But this is all set up for the DLC. This is all to make sure that when the DLC comes out, I can use it on this map straight away. And this is likely to be the last DLC prep you see on the channel. Well, tomorrow's video is actually going to be the last of it, but in terms of streams, this is going to be the last stream that's dedicated to, like, ensuring everything's ready. And tomorrow's video will be the last video dedicated to make sure everything's ready. After that, it'll be back to business as usual. Because I want to have square bales in this field to use the square bale wrapper. Tuesday it's coming out, yes! Which is why I'm kind of rushing to get prepared, because I left a bit late to prepare for the release. Pre-game on Humble, some type of space adventure indie game. What's the name of it, Yanis? Because there's a good chance that I already have it. Also, did you watch the Satisfactory video? I know you're anti-Epic Store, but did you watch the Satisfactory video I put out? It's called Tacoma. I don't have that, actually. Don't think I do. I might. That said, I'm probably going to be addicted to Satisfactory for a while, so... You might get Satisfactory. It's a good game, quick. It's, one of these time sink games that you're kind of fine with losing all the time to, because you feel like you're doing something. Hey, Eddie Boo. Like, if you watch the video, you can see the first... Not even just the first hour, but the first few hours are constantly, like... trying to do something. There's no sitting around waiting for something to grind up or waiting for some grind to happen. It's kind of always moving, always trying to do something, always working on something. Don't spoil it. There's no spoilers. The first half hour is just kind of setting up a very basic starter setup. So there's no storyline to it. It is a complete sandbox, but the first half hour and the video is just setting up a very rough basic setup. I will probably do more videos on it in the future. And you can see how quickly it kind of evolves into something truly insane. J fields, so you get the idea of how small fields will be. That's maybe a bit too many fields, honestly. I'd merge a few. The achievement names on Grid 2 are stupid. And the game isn't... Honestly, I don't like Grid 2. I don't think it's all that great of a game. Just personal opinion there. Like, it's okay as a racing game, but it doesn't work very well. In my eyes. It's 4X map. Ah! See, 4X I generally don't play. I don't like huge maps. You can't remember how big your map is. Did you use a standard, like, base map? Or do you have, like, a 4X base map? Project Cars 3 is coming out soon. Oh my god. SMS, why? Slightly mad or terrible. Like, Project Cars 2 is a really good base. That if they kept updating it and, like, tweaking that instead of bringing up Project Cars Bloody 3, they could have got something really special going. But no, we'll just release another sequel. Like, Project Cars 1 was terrible, so I'm not too annoyed with them having brought up Project Cars 2, but Project Cars 2 is really a good base to work from. And instead of working off that base, they decided to start again. Yeah. Like, the fact that the Project Cars 2 AI straight up cheats when it rains says all you need to know about SMS, so I probably won't get Project Cars 3 unless it's on a very deep sale. One game that I am looking forward to though is called Dead Stick. It's a bush flight simulator. And it is a simulator, good lord. And it's going to be in early access in like Q2, so I will likely, if I don't have the 2070 by then, I'm probably going to like put off getting the 2070 and get Dead Stick once it's in early access, because that looks like a really fun game. And that'll be on the channel. That'll be a secondary series as well, because it's going to be very, very, very different to X-Plane, because it's much smaller. It's seemingly all VF4, which I'm not very good at, so that could be interesting. And if I crash, I need to repair the planes, or have a bad landing or something. And there's the whole job system in it as well, so it's Landy's just perfect game, because he loves GA and he loves Airholder, so he's looking forward to a game that kind of is Airholder but in game form. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Big time. It's going to be really interesting to give it a try and maybe intentionally badly load a couple of planes to see exactly what happens. Because I need to worry about weight and balance and all that kind of stuff. Or you need to worry about weight and balance in... that's the wrong button. In Dead Stick, seemingly. 2070 or 2060? I'd say 2070. I'm not looking forward to like any AAAs. I've gone completely away from AAAs. I'm like, oh, this is a really cool indie game. AAA games are, very samey. It's like, here are the same 6 mechanics from this game that came out 3 years ago, repeated ad infinitum. Because they worked in this one game, and clearly they will work in this game that is completely different. I was like, come on guys, get some new ideas going, please. It's like my big call to AAA devs. Just please, new ideas. Hayden, yes. Also, Hayden, you should get Dead Stick. I know that you don't like the small boys in VF4 and Bush Flight, but you should get Dead Stick when it comes out. You should get Dead Stick because it has Thunder tires. Basis of Flight Training IOs, Bush Stuffs. Well, that's another good reason to get Dead Stick. New Forza game coming out. Well, of course there's a new Forza game coming out. It's going to be a Forza Motorsport. It's Forza Motorsport year, which means I get to ignore it, because Forza Motorsport is garbage. I really, really, really dislike Forza Motorsport. Forza Horizon, that's a good, fun game. Forza Motorsport, meh. But I think the grazing mod will come out. I hope so. I'd like to see that come out. I feel like the grazing mod was a great idea. Motorsport's coming out in 2020 when the new console comes out. Interesting. Maybe it'll be Forza Rally, where they try and simulate rallying badly. I don't know if I'd call it handy, but I'd call it like believably realistic, which is something that I feel is like the ideal modern farm sim, something that's believable. And it's a good quality of life mod as well, which does help. Forza 8 will be Forza 7, more cars and nothing much else. Pretty much. You're a bit late. Yes, you are, Alexander. Forza Battle Royale. Does grazing mod help with feeding? Yes. Forza Tuk Tuk Edition. Forza PLP 50 Edition. Only the PLP 50 is in the game. So I'm kind of surprised Landy isn't live yet, to be honest. He's usually live by now. Not so Reliant Robin Edition. What, we're the only cars Robin Reliant that breaks down constantly. It's DLC next week. It is coming on Tuesday, Stephen. So if you've not pre-ordered it yet from Giants, you probably should consider it. He is live? Why did nobody tell me? Did he go live after I said, oh, I wonder why Landy isn't live yet? Yes, he did. So that's going to do it for today, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Tomorrow is, of course, Flight Sim Friday. So hope you're looking forward to that. I think the plan is to go to Morocco and then Gibraltar. So that should be interesting. Saturday, of course, multiplayer, and there will be a video in the morning as well. So look forward to all that. I will probably do more Satisfactory in the future as well. So I'll leave it here until next time. Stay safe And goodbye.